About 7 o'clock this morning here on Frederick Avenue that we responded for this crash. When we arrived, what we were able to determine in our investigation is that a yellow school bus, which we now can say was owned and operated by AA Affordable Transportation, which is contracted through Baltimore City Schools, and was headed to Dallas F. Nicholas Senior Elementary School. That's over on 21st Street. That vehicle had a driver in it and one aide. The driver passed away as a result of his injuries in reference to this matter, but that vehicle was traveling eastbound here on Frederick Avenue. Frederick Avenue is a very busy thoroughfare, main thoroughfare from Baltimore County to downtown Baltimore. That vehicle traveled down eastbound Frederick Avenue, and what we know is that the vehicle it hit the wall behind us near the cemetery, then crashed into a Mustang vehicle, continued down the road, struck a pillar in front of the Loudon Park Cemetery, continued down the road, crossing over the double yellow lines and colliding with the MTA bus. We did not observe any type of skid marks on the road, which leads us to believe there was no type of deceleration, but we don't know all of those answers at this point in time. The way things look at this point, again, the driver of the yellow bus passed away. The aide that was on that bus had suffered minor injuries, and we got an update on her condition, and she's expected to survive. There were 13 people on the MTA bus. 5 of those people who were on the bus are deceased. 8 were transported from the MTA bus to area hospitals. And there was 1 person from the Mustang, who I think many of you already spoke to, who suffered some minor injuries. In total, there were 6 fatalities at the scene and 10 other injuries of various magnitude. What I can tell you about the injured, a 40-year-old male who was on the MTA bus is still listed in critical condition. A 29-year-old female has minor injuries. A 38-year-old female has minor injuries. A 25-year-old female has minor injuries. A 32-year-old female has minor injuries. A 23-year-old female has minor injuries. A 29-year-old female is listed in critical condition who was also on the MTA bus. A 52-year-old male has minor injuries. A 36-year-old male has minor injuries. And a 44-year-old female has minor injuries. The deceased, who we are not identifying by name at this particular time, and I hope that you all understand that there is a notification process. This was a grueling and gruesome process of removing bodies. All 6 people were dead on the scene. And I just want everybody to understand that as you try to wonder why we haven't identified them. We need to positively identify them and give their families the due diligence of notifying each other of this tragic loss, okay? So we have a male who is 51, pronounced deceased at the scene, a female 46, pronounced deceased at the scene. The female bus driver at this location of the MTA bus is 33 years old, pronounced deceased at the scene. The yellow bus driver was a 67-year-old male, pronounced deceased at the scene. A female that's 51 years old, and an unidentified adult male who we believe is about 32 years old, pronounced deceased at the scene. Our crash team is still looking for witnesses. We're asking anyone who was in the area this morning who might have seen what might have occurred with this bus to please give our crash team a call. We would like for you to call 410-396-2606 with any information that you might have, whether it's surveillance video, whether you happen to observe what was happening. Again, the yellow school bus was going to pick up its first student about a few blocks from here to take them on to the elementary school. They had not picked up any children at the time of the collision. All right, so just to clear up some rumors that were out there, yes, our homicide investigators were out here because this is an extraordinary incident. Rarely do we deal with mass casualty situations that involve this many deaths at one scene. So we brought out additional personnel to support our crash scene. This is a crash investigation, not a criminal investigation. Our crime scene technicians also came out to assist and used their 360 tool to recreate the scene as best they can. So we had a lot of support from various parts of our agency to help with this scene. So I want to turn it over to the NTSB for some brief comments, and then I'll come back and we can take a few questions.
Thank you, Chief Smith. Hello, I'm Jennifer Morrison, common spelling Jennifer, Jennifer, Morrison, Morrison. I'm an investigator with the National Transportation Safety Board. The NTSB is an independent federal agency charged by Congress to investigate every civil aviation accident and significant crashes in other modes of transportation, such as rail, marine, and highway. The NTSB launched a GO team to investigate this collision involving the school bus and the transit bus that occurred here in Baltimore this morning. Before I go any further, on the behalf of NTSB, I'd like to extend our condolences to the friends and family members of the victims involved in this tragic crash. Today, the NTSB has a team of 8 investigators that are here on scene from our Washington, D.C. headquarters, and we have others en route from regional offices in the country. In cooperation with the Baltimore Police Department, the Maryland Transit Administration, and the Maryland Transportation Authority, we have just begun to gather the information on this crash. I will be leading the NTSB team and serving as the investigator in charge. I'm accompanied by NTSB staff with expertise in the following areas. These will be our group investigation areas: motor carrier operations, human performance, vehicle factors, highway design, and crash survivability. We expect to be in the area for the remainder of the week, and during that time, we will continue to gather factual information with the goal of ultimately determining the cause of the crash and issuing safety recommendations aimed at preventing future crashes and fatalities. Again, I'd like to thank the Baltimore Police Department, the MTA, and the MDTA, and the emergency responders for their hard work and life-saving efforts in this crash. For any additional information for NTSB media briefings, you can follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @NTSB_newsroom, or on our website at ntsb.gov. Thank you.
All right, and it should be important to note, just like last week's Amber Alert, we had the support of Maryland State Police and Baltimore County Police. When you have extraordinary incidents, assistance is something that we ask for, and the NTSB is providing some assistance in this, but the Baltimore Police crash team is the lead investigators on this incident, and we'll be partnering with them to go through this investigation. Again, it's an extraordinary incident. With that, we'll take a couple of questions.
Is there any indication at this point as to why the driver of the yellow bus was not able to control the bus?
No, we don't know the answer to that. That's something that our investigators will work on. The medical examiner will conduct an autopsy to find out if there was some type of pre-existing condition that might have contributed to this. At this point in time, we don't know the answer to that.
What has his passenger said?
We haven't gotten that far yet. That's not something that we're ready to disseminate. We're in the process of interview.
TJ, could we ask Ms. Morrison, please, are there any recording devices or other computer devices or software that might help you, essentially recording devices on either vehicle?
Yes, so the NTSB has just arrived on scene, and
Yeah, I can answer that
yeah.
actually for you. Yes, we have recovered some evidence that can help us, but we have to see what shape the evidence is in. It was a catastrophic accident down there, as all you guys saw.
Recording equipment from the MTA bus or from the yellow?
Yes, we have recovered some recording equipment, but again, we have to see the viability of it after this catastrophic accident.
Video or data?
It looks like it could be both, but right now we believe we have some video.
Thank you.
Anything else? That's part of what we're going through. Again, just understand that these folks witnessed something traumatic themselves. So their well-being is very important to us as well. We have investigators that are meeting with all of the surviving victims of this crash.
Ms. Morrison, can we ask you one more question about this crash? Yes, ma'am. You've seen these kinds of crashes involving public transit. What is it that you're really going to be looking at in this case as it pertains to the MTA bus?
So the question is, what is the NTSB going to be really looking at as it pertains to this MTA bus? And, you know, as has been said this morning, as we found this morning, and has been said this afternoon, this is a unique crash, and it presents many different safety issue areas that the NTSB will be looking into. Some of those are the groups that I discussed, presented a minute ago, the motor carrier operations, the survival factors and crash worthiness of transit buses, the human performance elements of the drivers in this case, the highway elements, and the vehicle elements. So all of those will be within the NTSB's investigation, and we have just arrived on scene, and with the cooperation of the authorities here, are just beginning to gather that information. Thank you.